Okay, so I should be back again. I'm noticing now though with my streaming, I'm hitting 80% GPU usage. Which is pushing my GPU up quite high, which I don't want. See, I would love to be able to just stream using the HEVC encoder, but I cannot. Okay, I've changed a couple of settings and I'm going to hope that it's still going to be okay. I need you guys to keep me up to date about quality of the stream. But otherwise, let's hope it just stays fine for now. Alright. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing what it was doing, but my GPU is kind of weirding out. Let me have a quick look over here. What is using the most GPU right now? So the game using more of the GPU, and so is... Let me quickly just have a look. We don't need shadow resolution. Let's turn a bunch of this down for a moment. And let's just throw it to VSync. So, oh yeah, no, the game is sitting at 60 though, so let's just turn these down a little bit, shall we? I'll probably need to restart the game. I think I'm going to restart the game quickly. I also just realized that there was probably like a spam ton of notifications that went through to my Discord. So I am so sorry for anybody that just got spam pinged. I can assure you that was not intentional. Let us quickly restart the game.
Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
Hello, Megan Wolf. So yeah, I want to test to make sure that the fans are the right way around, but also I'm nervous to do that because I'm very nervous to do stuff inside my computer. I think I should open the case. I could do that. I just mustn't drop these screws. But yeah, sure, we can open the case up quickly. Luckily, the glass is right here, so I can just ping it. This is weird though. I've never had an issue. Like I got these parts not even last year. It was the year before, and I've never had an issue until now. Maybe I do need to just reapply some thermal paste. Maybe we didn't put on enough. I also need to wipe out some dust from it. Okay, we're gonna leave the glass panel on the side then. Yeah, I need to also just double check to make sure that it's actually like when it like the one that's where it's supposed to be blowing out is blowing out, and where it's or where it's intaking, where it's the other one it's doing the other one, you know. Um. But yeah. Exhausting, yeah, thank you, that's the word. Okay, well, let's try this again. I'm going to spin up the game again, also on lower settings. So let's give it a try.
Good evening. I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Dawes. Our main headlines tonight.
Daddy, it's starting!
Come. Let's hope that this stays okay-ish like this. Okay, back to the campaign. Friends in the Twitch chat, please just keep me in the loop in terms of the quality of the stream. I am also looking at the stats on my side here at the same time. So hopefully it's going to be okay. All working well. Yeah, I'm seeing even with the side of the case open. So my GPU is sitting at 80% usage, 71 degrees. Must also just check my fan curves again. Okay. Sunday, it's a lazy Sunday afternoon in summer with you and Sam making the most of both kids being out of the house. You bang your head coming out of the cupboard with the last 2 slices of homemade cake. It used to be much easier when you could store things in the pantry. It's rare for you and Sam to actually get to finish sweet things in the house, and you savor every moment. Just as you take your last bite, you hear the sound of the front door slamming. That'll be Charlie from the Go-Getters. For everyone of you that wasn't here in the streams yesterday, the grandmother of, or the mother of the protagonist that we're playing as it looks to have dementia. Or some other, or maybe even Alzheimer's. You can hear him practically running to come find you. And he's grinning from ear to ear when he finally does. I have some really big news. You and Sam play along, sitting attentively with bated breath. Ready, Charlie asks as you both nod enthusiastically. With a flourish, he reveals a new badge from his pocket and proudly presents it to both of you to examine. As he announces, as of today, I'm a member of the first tier of the Cohesion Cadets. There's way more stuff I'm going to be doing, and I'll be working some weekends, but it's really cool. Sam congratulates Charlie, but as you can't help but frown, this seems like a big step up for teenagers. You and Sam grin back at your son, you're thrilled and happy that he's doing well. Now, I'm not going to frown at him. I'm pleased with him, you know. I'm super, super pleased with him. He's doing great. A grown-up child. You've always had dinner as a family for the important events, and tonight is no exception. You've even invited Chris round as an olive branch. I invited Chris? Wow. Or Sam did, and that's why apparently. Never mind. It'll be the last time you're all going to be together for a while. So far, you've managed to avoid fighting with Chris or Susie over politics, which Sam is no doubt grateful for. I've been fighting with Susie as well. What? With her exams and your work, you've not seen much of Susie lately. Of course, it's a squeeze having your mum and Chris around, but you make it work just like Christmas. Though hopefully with fewer outbursts. So Alex, I believe you had a few words, Sam pointedly asks, nodding towards Susie. Your daughter cocks an eyebrow with a quizzical expression, and you can't help but see a little bit of yourself in it. Ah, yes, of course. What's this about? Susie asks, laughing as she takes a drink of her champagne-adjacent sparkling wine. Sam made a point this afternoon that it was a big day and that you should all be celebrating her achievement. So, our little Susie... Come out with it, Alex. We're waiting, Chris laughs, clinking glasses at Susie. Chris seems to be in good spirits at least, even if they're chiming in unhelpfully as usual. Just wanted to say we're proud of you, Susie. Well done for getting into med school. Please, Chris, I'm trying to congratulate my daughter. No, I don't give two fucks about Chris anymore. We're congratulating here, Susie. This is the dinners for Susie. Susie. Oh, Susie, mischievous smile becomes a grin as she gets up, comes around the table and gives you a big hug. I'm going to miss you. You can see Sam start to tear up as they stand and join in the embrace. Miss us? Are you going somewhere? A good question. Susie laughs, breaking the hug. No, you're not getting rid of me yet, but I'll probably have to leave when I get my first posting. Oh, hush now. Let's not talk about that. Sam cuts off, smiling. The rest of the evening passes with a happy blur, and even Chris behaves themselves. You couldn't be prouder. Nice. Nice, guys. We did it. So yeah, now my GPU is sitting at a good temperature. It's sitting at 52 degrees. Much colder in there now. Day 278, a sign of things to come. Shopping, something that's always seemed to so tedious before the sanctions have become even more of a chore now. You managed to get almost everything you needed for the family this evening. But you'll have to come back tomorrow to get through the week. There's a queue to leave the car park. The car park? Though it's hard to make out why in the dark. Hopefully whatever's causing it won't be long. As the final car in front of you drives off, you realize the queue is actually due to a checkpoint set up at the exit. A friendly-looking man in an advanced uniform, CCO, emblazoned in a number of places on it, approaches your car and knocks on the driver's side window. You roll it down. Good evening. Nothing to worry about. I was just wondering if I could see your team membership card, please. Weren't these cards supposed to be voluntary? I'm sorry, I don't have one. Oh, that's not a problem. We've got forms right here, and we're more than happy to sign you up. The man gestures to his colleague behind him, a young woman in a similar uniform. She received the short end of the stick and is stuck with the paperwork. I thought these cards weren't required. Well, strictly speaking, they're not, but there's also loads of benefits to having them, and no reason not to get one. His smile fades a bit, and when he puts a hand up to scratch the back of his neck for a moment, he leans over to you. His presence now seems intimidating. Oh! This is a tough one. This is a tough one, and actually, I'm going to leave this one up to you guys. So, sign up for membership. Sign me up. No thanks. Okay, guys, 2-minute poll. Let's go. Are we signing up for the membership? Are we signing up for the membership? And while you guys are voting on that, I'm going to quickly go grab some more water. So I'll be back in a moment. Alright, we've got 2 votes for no thanks for the membership so far. Okay. Anybody else? We're gonna get the membership? We're not gonna get the membership. Speak now, or forever hold your peace. And by now, I mean you have 1 minute left. Okay, last chance. 30 seconds. Anybody? Oh, we need 3 votes for yes. For it to be... For it to be changed. Okay, looks like we're saying no thanks. No thanks, not something I want right now. Let's go. Almost instantly, the friendly demeanor is gone and his expression is one of stern disapproval. Well, obviously I can't make you sign up, but I would strongly recommend you do. And soon. We wouldn't want people to think you had anything to hide, would we? He doesn't want anybody to think that they have something to hide. Sorry, also my one thing over here is not working. Just trying to see if I can fix it up quickly. There we go. He takes a step back and gestures for you to drive on. You're sure you see him writing something down in your rearview mirror as you head home somewhat more hurriedly than before. Clearly, Advance are very keen on everyone joining the team. Okay. An invitation worth ignoring. Okay, we're in the kitchen. It's a Saturday, one of your few days off, and you've made the most of it. But as late afternoon draws on, the invitation sits pinned to the fridge, staring accusingly at you. The Channel 1 Gala is a mandatory work event. Bozeman was very quick to tell you. Also, don't you dare be late. You've already skipped the work weekend once, you can't do it again, best to go. Or you can live with another note from Bozeman. You can keep your Saturday night. I've already skipped the work weekend once, I have to go. Best start getting ready. You want if Sam will give you a lift. A drink or two might help with the enforced office socializing. Hopefully it won't be too bad. After all, you're pretty good at your job. Right? Am I good at my job? Am I good at my job? A national news night. You arrive on time, barely at the Sauvignon, one of the oldest and grandest hotels in the capital. Surprised to see a queue to get in, and quickly realizes because people are being searched at the door by some very military-looking personnel in smart attire. While you're waiting, you can't help but notice how opulent the building is, possibly the fanciest place you've been to in your life. You submit to being patted down, and with a sigh of relief, you're led into the hotel. Once inside, you're directed to the grand ballroom, and following the signs, you marvel at the sheer scale of the place and the amount of armed security guards. When you finally arrive, a very severe-looking woman at the door asks for your name. I'm Alex Winston. She currently checks her list before whispering something to the waiter beside her. You made it just in time to be seated before dinner. Please follow your manual here to your table. The waiter smiles at you and opens one of the great double doors, gesturing for you to enter. Immediately, you can see why it's called the grand ballroom. You pause for a second to take it all in. You feel a slight tap on your arm and Emmanuel gestures for you to follow him. He seats you at the table in the central floor area with a decent view of the stage. Clearly you're in Bozeman's good books at the moment. I'm glad I'm here then. You sat with some colleagues you've seen around the Channel 1 offices before, but don't know that well. One of them informs you, far too excitedly, it's a very rare corporate evening of awards and speeches. At least the food should be good. Am I going to get an award? Maybe I'm going to get an award. Dinner is indeed lovely, and with the help of the, no doubt, very expensive wine, conversation flows easily enough. In fact, much to your surprise, you're actually presented with an award for the best newcomer to the Channel 1 family. Guys, I got an award. Imagine if I wasn't here. Imagine if I wasn't here. Got an award. Woo! Woo! Wee! Okay. As you walk up to collect it, you recognize the presenter as Dr. Adrian Etinskin-Blimey of Incisors fame. He thanks in advance for sponsoring this year's gala, before specifically thanking Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement for being in attendance tonight. Oh, wow. As you take to the stage, you see the frontmost central table does indeed seat the Prime Ministers, as well as Bozeman, Meghan, and some of the very well-to-do types that you don't recognize. That explains all the security. As you're handed the award, Dr. Etinskin-Blimey asks if you'd like to say a few words. You're a little nervous and splut out some quick praise for Advance on Channel 1. You make a joke thanking Dave for fleeing the country and leaving you his job. I forgot Dave just left me like that. I'm not going to bring that up though. I'm just going to split out some quick praise for Advanced Channel 1. As you think advanced applause break out around the room, both Peter and Julia stand up to magnanimously accept it before saying the night's not about them, but thanks all the same. As you head back to your seat, you see Bozeman nodding at you with a satisfied smile on his flushed face. Yeah, I'm in the good books. Just as you're finishing up dinner, one of the other people at your table points behind you. As you turn to see Bozeman walking briskly past with Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement in tow. You're pretty sure he was pointedly ignoring you. He seems to be introducing the Prime Ministers to a selection of people at the different tables. Better than you. You finish off the rest of the meal, listen to the last few speeches, and then head home. All in all, it was a surprisingly nice evening. You might actually look forward to the next one, providing Bozeman invites you to the next one, of course. Well, let's hope so. So I don't know why my GPU spiked so hard earlier, because now it's sitting at like between 50 and 60. Oh shit. The heat wave! No ways. What? What? The heat wave. We're going to the heat wave. That's insane. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try and see if I can just turn off the aircon in the room. But yeah. What is heatwave? I'm just laughing because of how hot it is right now and with the issues my computer had, and now all of a sudden, now the next thing is heatwave. But let's resume and let's keep going. Okay. Yeah, you can. Oh, we have a fan now. The fan power switch just occasionally turns itself off. No revenue.
Who's down the sun, have you?
Yes, they've just strapped on their wax wings.
Classical.
Must have played the importance of registering for
You
membership
know what,
card.
Jamie, I
Uh-oh.
thought you'd be in a better mood today. She's not even here.
Yes, but he is. Our gun-toting handler.
Who, Andy?
I don't know what the fuck his name is, do I?
He's here to keep us safe from people like Disrupt.
More like keep us in line. I hate guns. Give me the willies.
There's no phone in here anymore.
So I've got any actual...
Warning, electrified controls must. A protective equipment operator on rules.
Going in 5, 4,
Okay.
3.
We're about to have a time. Here we go, guys.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main headlines tonight. Siege mentality. The World Council today established a military blockade to enforce
Oh yeah, I did, right.
unjust and punitive sanctions now entering their 10th week.
Well, there's no difference between these two images.
A short time ago, Prime Minister Julia Salisbury
Definitely exploded,
a
Joe.
commanding response to this unprovoked escalation.
The World Council should make no mistake. This blockade and the illegal sanctions it seeks to enforce are an act of war and will be treated as such. Any incursion, however slight, into our territory will be met with swift and deadly force.
Oh dear lord.
You have been warned.
Three's a crowd. It seems the celebrity wedding of the decade might have been a touch busier than expected. In a photo leaked today, it appears the union of football star Johnny Hamsleaves and his bride, Tiffany Lamore, may have had a few uninvited guests. Hundreds lined the street to celebrate with the happy couple. Eyewitnesses say a cheer went
That
up
image would have been
as the
hilarious.
blushing bride passed by in her carriage, shaped like a bacon sandwich, which is said to be either a protest against the meat industry or a mix-up at the carriage factory. In it to win it, Exciting news from Advance today with the announcement of a new monthly prize draw for all team members.
New monthly prize draw for all team
Every
member
month,
cardholders.
lucky winners from across the country will be picked.
Not
up
going with
to
image
receive
3.
What Team HQ are describing as unique prizes worth more than money used to be. Take up on the scheme has been much higher than expected, and if its lucky winners' delighted face is anything to go by, it looks like pretty soon everyone's going to have one. Hard pill to swallow.
Everyone's going to have one. Oh dear lord.
In response to the release of new
That doesn't mean good for me.
responsibility. Remington Smith's revolutionary male contraceptive pill first hit our shelves earlier this month. And as a result,
Image 3.
scores of men have been queuing around the block and around the clock ever since.
Wait, so the contraceptive pills haven't been doing that well. Uh-oh.
Unable to
That's
meet
not
the
good.
demand for the wildly popular
Oh, it's popular. Okay,
with
never
some
mind.
customers camping outside for upwards of 72 hours.
Oh, wow.
Certified CEO Sophia Remington says they've scaled up production and will soon have manufactured enough to satisfy even the randiest of consumers. Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Stranded scientists have done
Where's
it.
Jinxie?
As the captain leading their rescue mission has announced, the trapped team have survived in the cave system for many months now. But hope is on the horizon as the expedition leader is announced
We're in
by the Board
August.
of Underground
Okay.
Theoretics. A respected professional with decades of experience, training and knowledge, Captain Audrey Aerospace is said to be the only real choice to successfully save the troubled scientific excursion, but an unfortunate one to be sat next to at a dinner party or social occasion. Life during wartime. As if we didn't have enough aggressors on our borders, internal problems are growing for the government as radical activist groups
My captain.
caused chaos in Parliament Park last night. Scuffles broke out after the protests, resulting in more arrests and the injury
imagery.
of 3 community cohesion officers. Advance have yet to comment. The reckless fire will certainly be remembered by all those who have seen these striking images. As their actions escalate, people across the country are asking themselves, who are Disrupt? And what exactly
Who are Disrupt?
do they want? Other than a new box of matches, of course. All this, and I'll be talking to some people with fascinating medical conditions, as well as one of the contenders in this year's Feline Football Championship and her proud owner. That's all up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Okay, we got... Oh, shit, not this again. I got a message on Discord and I wanted to see what it is, but now I have to fucking deal with interference. Wonder where that message came from. Yeah, I see this now.
But first tonight, our team of correspondents has been dispatched to every corner of the country to see how the people of this great nation of ours are coping with this unprecedented.
It wouldn't fit! It didn't fit! It didn't fit! It wouldn't go in! I'll do this whole section again. It wouldn't go to the right.
They're coming in an off license here.
Okay, we're working on it.
What, you've got someone to hose down the sun, have you?
Yes, they've just strapped on their wax wings.
Classical illusions are no substitute for air conditioning.
You know, I genuinely thought you'd be in a better mood today. She's not even here.
Yes, but he is. Our gun-toting handler.
Oh shit, 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 shit.
I don't know what the fuck his name is, do I?
He's here to keep us safe from people like Disrupt.
More like keep us in line. Guns. Little bees.
10 seconds, everybody.
So, we've got any actual real news tonight?
Well, the world's on fire. That good enough for you? Going in 5, 4,
What is this?
3.
That wasn't there earlier.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
That wasn't there
Our main
earlier.
headlines tonight.
That's what he said.
Society.
Shut up.
The World Council today established a military blockade to enforce the unjust and punitive sanctions.
Let's play 4, I don't know.
During their 10th week.
Here's the difference.
In a statement from team headquarters a short time ago, Prime Minister Julia Salisbury issued a commanding response to this unprovoked escalation.
The World Council should make no mistake. This blockade and the illegal sanctions
I don't think there's a difference between either of these
are
two.
an act of war and will be treated as such. Any incursion, however slight, into our territory will be met with swift and deadly force. You have been warned. have been warned.
Three's a
Yep,
crowd.
it's
It
the exact
seems
same.
the celebrity wedding of the decade might have been a touch busier
Celebrity
than
wedding.
expected. In a photo leaked today,
3.
it appears the union of football star Johnny Amsleeves and his
wonder what
bride,
this is
Stephanie
for.
Lamour, may have had a few uninvited guests. Hundreds lined the street to celebrate with the happy couple. Eyewitnesses say a cheer went up as the blushing bride passed by in her carriage, shaped like a bacon sandwich, which is said to be either
Shaped like a
protest against
bacon
the meat
sandwich.
industry or a mix-up at the carriage factory. In it to win it. Exciting news from Advance today with the announcement of a new monthly prize draw.
New monthly
for
prize
team
draw.
Membership card holders. Every month,
For.
lucky winners from across the country will be picked at random to receive what Team HQ are describing as unique prizes worth more than money used to be. Take up on the scheme has been much higher than expected, and if this lucky winner's delighted face is anything to go by, it looks like pretty soon everyone's going to have one.
Everyone's gonna have to have a membership card.
Throngs of
That's a
men
pity.
Take the streets in response to the release of new pharmaceutical responsibility. Remington Smith's
Good luck, thank you.
male contraceptive pill first hit our shelves early.
Let's hope it works this time.
As a result,
Last time I wouldn't let
scores
me
of men have been
fucking
queuing around the block
do the thing.
and around the clock ever since. Pharmacies up and down the territory report that they are unable to meet the demand for the wildly popular drug, with some customers camping outside for upwards of 72 hours. Satisfied CEO Sophia Remington says they've scaled up production and will soon have manufactured enough to satisfy even the randiest of consumers.
Remington.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
My captain.
Today for the stranded scientists of Dante's Tape, as the captain leading their rescue mission is announced. The trapped team have survived in the cave system for many months now, but hope is on the horizon as the expedition leader is announced by the Board of Underground Theoretics. A respected professional with decades of experience, training and knowledge, Captain Audrey Aerospace is said to be the only real choice to successfully save the troubled
Captain, my
scientific
Captain.
excursion, but an unfortunate one to be sat next to at a dinner party or social occasion. Life during wartime. As if we didn't have enough aggressors on our borders, internal problems are growing for the government as radical activist group Disrupt cause chaos in Parliament Park.
Oh yeah, disrupt. No, this is the
Scuffles
first.
broke out after the protests, resulting in multiple arrests and the injury of 3 community cohesion officers. Advance have yet to comment. The reckless fire will certainly be remembered by all those who have seen these striking images. As their actions escalate, people across the country are asking themselves, who are Disrupt? And what exactly do they want? Other than a new box of matches, of course. All this, and I'll be talking to some people with fascinating medical conditions.
Okay,
As well as
10, 9,
one of the
8,
contenders in this
7,
year's Feline
6,
Football Championship
5,
and her
4,
proud owner.
3,
That's all up on tonight's
2,
National
1.
Night News.
Switch. No, shut up, shut up, shut up.
But first tonight, our team of correspondents has been dispatched to every corner of the country to see how the people
I have to move it the other way.
are coping with this unprecedented hot weather. First, let's go to Megan Wolf in Shining-on-Sea to see what the scientific community has to say. Megan, how's the weather there? How's the weather there?
Absolutely glorious, Jeremy. Thank you for asking. I'm here with Dr. Anna Burns of the University of Princeford. Are you enjoying the weather as much as I am?
Oh, yes, it's wonderful, isn't it? My eyelids are sweating. Isn't it? My eyelids are sweating.
And you're part of a team carrying out a study into just what's causing this unbelievable heat, is that right?
Yes, that's correct. Yes, we want to be able to reassure the public once and for all that there's absolutely nothing to worry about and that they can enjoy their sunstroke and fossil fuels in peace.
You sound very confident about that.
What does that
Very much
sound?
So I can say without any hesitation, there's really no cause for any hesitation. I've actually left my car running.
So tell us about this experiment.
Well, we take data from weather stations from all over the world, along with atmospheric samples, and we take all that and we feed it into this state-of-the-art computer.
Does that sound because it's in the
We'll be
orange?
getting a high-tech readout of the results.
Blimey, that sounds very fancy.
I should just say, None of this would be possible without the generous support of Remington's Fist. This is all thanks to their unrivaled investment in our future, and may I just say, complimentary personal anecdote. Oh, here we go. And, as expected, everything is absolutely fucked. Hang on. This can't be right.
Right, but obviously...
Oh, shut up with
for a
this
second,
again.
Everything is absolutely fine, so...
Well, actually, under concern level, it just says, why, God, why?
We should be celebrating these wonderful results, I think.
Yeah? We need to evolve gills within 40 years. Here it just says, shit.
Look at you! This is meant to be a celebration! Can't go around looking like that.
Shit,
There you go, much
shit.
better. Can I just say thank you again to Sophia Remington for providing all of this?
Everyone, we don't have long. Time is running
It's
out.
running out, absolutely right. That is all we have time for.
Abandon hope and return to the forest. Abandon hope and return to the forest.
Enjoy that. I'd like to thank Dr. Burns for just one opinion on the climate.
The sea will reclaim us all.
There you have it, Jeremy. Proof, if proof be need be, that everything is just fine. I'm Megan Wolf, here with science. Back to you.
Megan Wolf there, attempting to do some actual news. Next, let's over to Robin Short, who's in Scritchford with some of the winners of this week's Team Membership
We're in
Lottery.
where, sorry?
Robin? Team Membership Lottery.
Thanks, Jeremy. I'm here in Scritchford with
Oh,
Gary
it's this dude.
Belsafe,
Oh my
a
God.
janitor at the local school, and Amelia Jackhammer, an aspiring poet. Both of you were drawn at random from those who hold team membership cards to receive this week's amazing prize. How do you feel?
Filled with fervent euphoria.
Yeah, good, yeah.
And all that we had to do was fill in a quick form or two.
Wow, that sounds so convenient. But we're all dying to know, what have you won?
That's right, Robin.
What have you won?
Dinner with Julia Salisbury at one
You won dinner? Nice.
restaurant.
Ooh, swanky.
And I've been invited to Peter Clement's house to help him dredge the gutter in.
What does that mean?
Absolutely terrific. You must both be over the moon.
Oh my God.
Poem about it. So, can you tell me about the moment when you first heard the news?
Well, I was battling against a particularly difficult floater, probably one of the sixth formers, when the headmaster came and found me.
I was involved in a similarly brutal conflict with a particularly arduous stanza.
So you were both polishing turds.
No, I don't like to polish them. I like to keep them intact for my collection.
Oh, how unexpected.
I don't polish turds. I write poetry.
Potato, potato. So Gary,
Do you think Peter Clement's going to let me keep the contents of his downpipe?
there's no harm in asking, I suppose.
Would you like to hear one?
No, thank you.
No, we don't want to hear your poetry.
When you signed up for team membership, was it in hope?
If you polish a turd, it's still a turd, that is true.
Other reasons of winning the lottery?
I like a flutter, of course, but no, the boss said I had to sign up to keep coming into school.
Very sensible. It's important to know who we're trusting around our children.
I have an unpublished book of sonnets about children.
Shut up.
Would you like to hear one?
No, we don't.
Or an anthology of haikus on the death of innocence.
I'd rather hear about Gary's turd collection.
Really? I thought you might say that.
No. She said, hear about it.
It's coming. It's inspiration and it's delicious.
Right you are.
Today on the show there's no news. Just a man who keeps multiple poos.
Yeah, this big one's my favourite. See how it's fibrous.
Why is this on broadcast?
Would you encourage other people to enter for their chance to win?
If it's colour you're looking for, take a gander at old Blue Eyes here.
The national news lost its way when it covered some crap on a tray.
Some of these are quite rare.
Maybe that was unfair.
And that's all we have time for today.
Yay.
Jeremy.
Thank you.
What a lucky pair they are. And finally in this segment,
God.
it's over to Patrick Bannon, who's gone to the smelliest town in the country to see how the unprecedented weather is affecting the locals.
The smelliest?
Hello there, Jeremy. Hello, yes. I'm here live in Grizzleford, which has recently voted the smelliest town in the country. And I have to say that, you know, in this, the smell really is. I mean, it's something else. Barry Lardons, mate. You've lived here.
Gotta
your
fix
whole
the
life. How do you put
interference.
up with the stink?
Well, we're
Trying to watch the telly.
proud of our achievement, to be honest with you. You can tell that look at him, proud as punch. Do you know what it's like, son? Being the second smelliest town? No, I don't.
I thought you were the smelliest town.
Arseminster, those smug fucks. But who's laughing now, eh?
Well, not me, that's for sure. So what happened, mate?
Right, the good people from Remington's Fist came in and saved the day with their factory.
You're talking, of course, about the newly built flour factory.
Yeah, they gave us this big presentation on jobs and growth. But as soon as we heard about the stench, we paid them whatever they wanted to put it here.
Does the stink not affect your life in every way, Barry? I mean, perhaps if you're filling in a tax return or completing the physical act of love.
It's strong at first, but you get used to it after several weeks of your first bout of sickness. The judges were very impressed.
So, what's the sickness?
Oh, that's nothing to worry about. It takes a few minutes before you develop any symptoms. Now, folk are saying something about the production line and how they dump carcasses directly into the water main, but I think it's
What?
probably a few valves on the high street.
On the high street. Should I see a doctor? What are the symptoms?
Well, the first one is asking stupid questions. Then folk experience a lot of inhibition.
Fuck off, do they? When was the last time you brushed your teeth, this stinking old tramp?
A next recording is a period of randomly bursting into song, followed immediately by delusions of grandeur.
That's not really a problem, little song of my life. Hello, it's sexy Patrick Bannon, and he's wearing sexy shorts now. Oh my God, look at me. I'm like a stallion. I'm gorgeous, why didn't you tell me? I should take my shirt off.
No, don't take your shirt off.
I'll even let you touch me if you want.
That will be the bout of undeserved self-confidence.
Love the Bannon, feel the Bannon.
Okay, Patrick.
Oh man.
And the ennui. All that's left now are the hallucinations and unconsciousness.
Nanodotti? Was that you, Nanodotti? Why are you made out of elbows? You know I don't eat opinions.
Oh, don't worry, folks. Once he wakes up, he'll be just fine. We'll just find a place to stick him where it won't matter how many times he evacuates his bowels.
That does not sound worrying whatsoever.
Right, that's all here from Grizzleford, a town that's really making a stink. I'm Barry Lardons. Back to you, Jeremy.
Thanks, Barry. Well,
Thanks, Barry.
Set up around our
My
coastline
God.
as we speak. When we come back, I'll be talking to three members of the general public who appear to be here purely for medical reasons. Don't go away. Unless, of course,
Oh.
you've got something better to do. We'll be back after these messages. We'll be back.
Okay.
Section features a potentially controversial guest. Advance may request some censorship if you
Advanced censorship again. Dear Lord.
keeping everyone happy, so let's keep up the good work.
And
Not
I can't do
again.
this anymore.
I say this every Friday.
I've done something.
What do you mean? Jeremy?
My mic is still
And with these newfound luxuries,
Hmm.
new opportunities for those who have put the needs of the team before their own.
Didn't even realize.
Everyone who is registered for
Wait, what?
membership card will automatically be
Where did this come from?
a lottery to win.
That's what I'm talking about? Cats football? We should be doing an interview with
Where did that come from? Okay, okay.
From Grantham Downs. Even the weather be more fucking relevant than this.
Jeremy, please, just breathe. It's just something like to keep people's minds off things.
Exactly, which is wrong. People's minds should be very much on things. Christ, it's so fucking hot.
Please take your seats as quickly as you can.
I can't do this anymore, Jenny. I've had enough. That's it. This is just
10 seconds. Get over yourself, Jeremy. Why don't you stop feeling sorry for yourself for 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News with me, your host, Jeremy Donaldson. Later, we'll be talking to the captain of the Territory's first cat football team, Professor Pumpkin. But first, I'm joined by three guests with some balmy bodily behaviours. Joining me is a woman who's been hiccuping for over 9 months. Isn't that right, Miss Piercy?
Yes, that's right.
Yes. Tell us, what
Whoops.
brought all this on?
Well, it's all a bit of a blur, Jeremy, to be totally frank with you. So I was watching your show and I remember seeing the news about the election and it hasn't stopped since.
Fascinating stuff. Also here is Frankie Steampipe. Perhaps you could explain to us exactly what your physiological foreboil is.
I'm here to say it's high time people like me were respected. We're constantly overlooked in the workplace, we're whispered about on buses, and we're asked politely...
Okay, new poll coming out. Whether I play this tape.
Disgusting. I'm sorry, my bowels have comic timing.
And finally, I'm joined by a man who answers every question honestly, even when it isn't aimed at him. How do you cope with that, Mr. Truman?
With a combination of booze, self-hatred, and hardcore pornography.
Is that
Not according to my therapist.
Well, in that case, let's speak to Rose. Tell me, how does the hiccuping impact you?
I get shushed a lot, which is hard. At work, they've asked me to stop answering the phones. It's really affected my confidence.
Well, I find it really fucking irritating.
Do people tend to believe your story?
Fuck no.
Actually, I've been surprised at how much support I've received.
And Frankie, why have you come here today?
Because my wife left me, and I was hoping that the fame would win her back.
We've started a group for people with ailments deemed broadly comical by society. It's called Take Us Seriously.
That's right. And we bloody well mean it.
And who's joined so far?
A bunch of fucking losers.
It's just us so far.
And how much success have you had?
Well, we've seen some real positive changes.
I don't want to toot my own horn, but it's...
What the hell is going on?
Shit all. Not a single person come to our fun run, and all of our leaflets fell in the canal.
Well, Miss Piercy, some people are saying your condition was actually caused by the shocking events of that night. What do you think?
Come on, Mr. Donaldson, that's absolute rubbish.
What it'd be like to have a pair of tits.
Could you? I'm sorry, it's very hot. What was I thinking?
That you're a team fuck puppet? Or a sellout cunt?
Apologies. Just a reminder that he can't help it. And hey, if this isn't live television, then what is it?
Fuckfest of propaganda masquerading as journalism.
Right, Frankie, Rose, tell us, how can the viewers get involved with your cause?
Yes, we're holding a sponsored run in Capitol Park next weekend. It's called the No Smiles 13 Miles.
No, it's called the No Laugh Half. What did I say before the
The
show?
no laugh half.
Pulling Jeremy Donaldson's strings.
No! Wow, we may have to end that there. What a harmless bit of fun.
Steady on! This is exactly what I'm talking about. We demand respect!
Yes, well, later, I'll be talking to Professor Pumpkin, a ginger tabby with a world-class pair of penalty paws. Is that really necessary?
I started losing views. I would love to see that.
Not you! Unhand him at once! Enough! That's enough! That's enough! Enough! What are you doing?
He's got a gun!
Don't you dare! Don't you fucking dare cut to the ads before I tell you to. You in the broadcast centre. Bozeman's Little Scapegoat. You listen to me. You cut to the ads before I tell you to, and I will kill every single person in this studio. I am thinking about what I'm doing. I've been thinking about it for a long time. We all should be. Christ, it's so fucking hot in here. Do you remember when we used to do the real news? Before it was all lottery winners and bloody cat football? We are on the brink of a siege, the likes of which the world hasn't seen in hundreds of years. The enemy is at the gates, and I'm stuck here talking to these three fucking idiots.
I think my hiccups have stopped. I think my hiccups have stopped.
You three, get the fuck out of my studio. Go on, now, go! Before I change my mind. Go! Before I change my mind. Jenny, lock the doors. Jenny, lock the doors.
Yes,
Lock
Jeremy.
the doors.
Yes, Jeremy.
Good. Yes. Now. Good. Right. Yes.
What is going on?
You in the broadcast.
What is going on? He has a gun.
I'm sure you've already loaded up exactly what you're going to play in the commercial, but today is going to be a little bit different.
Yeah, I've loaded up the other tape, don't worry.
Yes, really. Look to your right.
I saw the tape. Loaded it already.
Into one of the machines, and when I say so, and not before, you play it. And not before, you've got about 15 seconds, so I wouldn't waste any time. Now, all cameras.
I assume you won't be playing that tape. This station does not negotiate with terrorists. I hope I've made myself clear. You seem to know what to do.
Every single thing.
I don't know if I want to play the tape or not. I don't know if I want to play the tape. I want to play the tape, but I don't want to play the tape. If I play the tape, I'm losing my job. If I don't play the tape, somebody dies. The rebels, the resistant tape was on my right hand side. And this guy's got a gun with a bunch of people. He's a terrorist. Am I playing the tape? Or am I not playing the tape? Nobody voted, so Dev, whatever you say is what we're going to do. Do I play the tape? Or do I not play the tape? Play the tape. I'm risking my job.
That comes out of this studio is either one-sided or banal. We're going to show the other side for a bit of fucking balance. Like the good old days. Balance. Alex, play the fucking tape. I don't want to hurt any of you. If I see anything I don't like, I will not hesitate to start.
You're going to get me in trouble with that. Let's hope you made the right call.
Reset the system for the third segment. I imagine the ratings are going to be through the roof.
Segment grade A! Okay, hold on.
You are the resistance. It's time you knew the truth. You know Advance are lying to you. You know the elderly are not a burden. You know the rich were not all evil. And you know the team membership card is an ID card. No matter
Glad I didn't get that.
But why should you trust us? Another faceless organization.
What?
A shadowy figure with a distorted voice. You've seen it so many times in the movies. Well, this is not a movie.
It's Alan James!
My
It's Alan James!
I used to try and shock people for a living. For entertainment.
Damn, it's Alan James!
But perhaps you need to be shocked. Perhaps we need to wake up. Advance are coming for our freedoms. They are coming for the fruits of our labors. They will take our wealth. They will euthanize our parents and smiling throughout. They will turn our children against us if we voice our concerns. But you don't have to accept it. A great many people already won't. You can resist. You can disrupt. Find us. Talk with us. Join us. It isn't hard.
I don't know.
We're everywhere.
This wasn't what I planned. I mean, some of it was. I had speech, look. But this was unexpected. This was unexpected.
So what now, Jeremy? So what now, Jeremy?
It was supposed to be your day off. It was supposed to be your day off.
Please, don't do any more stupid things today. Please, don't do any more stupid things today.
How long, Jenny? How long, Jenny?
You already lied.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Unexpectedly. Joining me
very much
unexpectedly. My last broadcast. I very much imagine my last broadcast. Jenny works here at the National Nightly News, and is someone I consider. Well, a friend. Well, and next to her is. What's your name?
Andy.
What's your name? Andy's a policeman. Only we don't call him that anymore. He's a community cohesion official. He's a community cohesion official.
Community? Isn't that what my son became?
Sorry?
It's community cohesion officer, CCO.
CCO?
And how's that feel, Andy? Being rebranded?
It's good. It's not about confrontation anymore. You know, the force had its fair share of problems. The team doesn't have as many.
But it still has some.
I couldn't say.
Couldn't or wouldn't? Couldn't or
I
wouldn't?
don't know what you want me to say.
Christ, you're fucking useless, aren't you? We'll come back to you later. Jenny. Back to you later.
Don't want to be on the news, Jeremy.
That's perfectly understandable. You'd want to do this. You'd want to do this. Jenny. Jenny, why did you join the National Nightly News team? Why did you join the National Nightly News?
I always wanted to work in news.
Yes, but why specifically this program? Yes, but why the National Nightly News?
It was the news everyone trusted.
Was?
Is. Do you really want to quibble semantics at gunpoint?
Is there something else you'd rather discuss? Is there something else
There's a
you'd
great
rather
big
discuss?
Alan James-sized elephant in the room you seem to be ignoring.
What do you mean?
I saw your face when that hood came down. You didn't know, did you?
It's about the message, not the messenger. It's about the message, not the messenger. No. I didn't know. No. The people I met were with, he wasn't there. I didn't know it was Alan James.
I'm sorry.
I didn't know it
But
was Alan
seriously.
James. I'm sorry.
Alan. Seriously. Fucking James. You're flushing your life down the toilet for... God, I love you, Jeremy, but...
He's a good speaker. He's a good speaker. He's popular in the country. He's popular in the country.
Not right. Not right.
Look, forget Alan James. There is still something.
What is going on?
And you know it, Jenny. And you know it, Andy. And you know it, Jenny. And you know it too. And you know it too. I'm interviewing a guest who stinks of shit. Patrick is paddling about in shit. And Robin is literally interviewing someone who collects the fucking stuff. I mean, it's not sophisticated, Paul. What a metaphor. We are sleepwalking our way into oppression, and the news isn't saying anything. We're...
They chose not to censor that.
Says who? Alan fucking James.
What are all those scientists working on at Grentham Downs? What are they testing underground at Altergrave? Andy, your turn. Make yourself fucking useful.
Not censoring any of it.
How many people have you brought in for consultations just because they weren't carrying or didn't have team membership cards?
Oh, well, there's other forms of identification that we will accept.
For how long?
We're just here to help.
Then why do you need these? Then why do you need these? Not really help when it's offered at gunpoint, is it, Andy? Let me demonstrate it for you. Let me help you. You read these cards with my notes on it, and you'll probably digest a fact. That'd be helpful, wouldn't it, Andy? Knowing a fact?
I don't understand.
Do you want my help,
Yes,
Andy?
yes, whatever you say, yes.
Security are here, Jeremy.
Eat it.
Security are here,
What?
Eat it. Eat the fucking news, Andy, or I'll force it down your fucking throat.
Jeremy, stop.
Go on.
Really?
Eat it. Eat it, you fucking bully.
Jeremy, stop. They will kill you. Please, don't make me watch that. Don't make me watch that.
Of course. You're right. Of course. Sorry. Sorry, everyone. You can put the card down now, Andy. You can go now. You too, Jenny. Fuck off over there. They're nearly done. All cameras on me. This new regime of ours is so seductive. I understand that. But before we all hand off our freedoms, should we ask to whom we're handing them over? Don't you want to know what's being done in your name? How many people were transitioned last month? A record high.
Transitioned?
If you care.
What?
Someone ask Advance how they plan to deal with this blockade? How many years or months of supplies we have? Why aren't we asking these questions instead of whose shit is this? There's a cat backstage dressed as a fucking goalie, for Christ's sake. He's even got the little gloves.
The little gloves.
That's why I arranged for you to see that broadcast from the last break.
What is going on?
It was going to be him, but I guess that just about sums it up. We are all up Ship Creek with a paddle made of Alan fucking James.
Welcome to the stream, Oxy.
Fucking pointless. Christ, it's also fucking pointless.
Yeah. Production man's plays production game indeed.
Try something else. Out of the limelight.
This game is crazy though.
Having a relationship. I hear they're nice. Having a relationship. Never tried. I never tried. I loved the news. I loved it. And now, well...
God, Jeremy, don't!
Here you are trying to edit the
I've tried my
video.
best to be honest with you, but this just isn't the news anymore. And I'm sorry. I've lost this fight.
Alex, think of the consequences.
I've let you down.
Please, we can't show this cut.
I cut to the ads. I don't want to know what happened. I want to know what happened.
Hi, I'm Sophia Remington, CEO of...
I want to know what happened.
And I'm here today to take you on a trip to tomorrow with the brand new...
Oh my god. I need to go back to that rush. I got an A+ for the 2 end sequences. The Donaldson situation has been resolved. A breathtakingly good edit, guys. Advanced angered by content. Values excellently handled. By that you mean I didn't. By values excellently handled, you mean I didn't censor? Interesting. I received my full wages, no bonus though. My shares have gone down. It looks like it says values. Values makes more sense as well, considering the... I need to go back to that rush though. So I want to know if something happens at the end of that. If I can actually go back and watch it.
Cut to the ads!
I've let you down.
Please, we can't show this cut. Please, we can't show this cut.
It ends there. Okay. I can't show the end of that. Okay. Chat, I want to go to the bathroom quickly and then we can give this a go again. I'll be back in a moment, okay? I think we all need to just process that for a moment, okay? I'll be back now, guys, don't worry. I've got so many questions as to what is happening in this game. So many questions. I've got so many questions. And the thing is, I don't know if I want the answers to them because what is happening right now? Like, seriously, what is happening right now? There you go. Let's go straight back into it. So we're gonna have a story segment now. The next day, uh-oh. You wake up still partner in shock from what you saw on the news last night. What you had to edit on the news last night. When you come downstairs, you find your family sat in the living room waiting for you. You take a seat on the sofa between Sam and Susie. Sam swallows, hesitating before starting. We were so worried about you last night after Jeremy, everything that happened. Sam shakes the head. Wonder what they'll do with him now. Are you okay? Lock him up probably. Can't say I blame them. Can't shake the feeling he might be right. Sam looks at the kids and back to you. We saw that you chose to play that tape. They paused before continuing. I couldn't help but wonder why. Didn't feel like I had a choice. Charlie's outburst seems to come out of nowhere. Charlie said that to me. Well, I suppose he's in training to be a CCO, so... Charlie's outburst seems to come out of nowhere. No one in the room is prepared for it. Do you even think about how this stuff affects people? You're a fucking idiot. Sam tries to interject. Charlie, but he's already slammed the door. For what it's worth, Alex, I think you were in an impossible situation. Somehow you managed to make the right call. Sam throws their arms around you. Only you were stuck in the studio having to make that choice. No one can criticize what you did, and I'm proud of you. I've never been so grateful for Sam to have they support you. And take a deep breath and gather your thoughts. It's a lot to take in. You're not sure you fully process what happened last night, let alone what Charlie and Sam thinks about it all. You look to your daughter. I know this is an incredibly difficult thing to do. We don't always agree, but I do think you made the right choice. Susie smiles at you. You had to play it. There was just no other option. Put an arm around her and gave her an affectionate squeeze. It's nice you at least got some company. The TV is playing through some old Western show, but it's not as quite as distracting as you had hoped. You were never going to please everyone. What a message. You got off work today early, or enough occurrence to put a spring in your step. As you close the front door, you hear an excited conversation bubbling from the kitchen. Clearly someone's popped around for a cuppa on Sam's Friday off. Hopefully there's still some biscuits left. As you enter the kitchen, you see Sam and Susie enthusiastically discussing something. Your daughter's still in her scrubs, having clearly come straight home from work. I got the posting I was hoping for, she gushes. I'll be doing my placement in the new transition center, really helping people like Grandma. See, that's what I still want to understand what they mean by transition center. Transition center, why would you want to work at? You know, my views, she clearly seems excited about it. And as much as I don't think that it's great, I'm happy for her. That she's, excited about where she wants to go work. The five of you sit around the kitchen table for the first time in a while and celebrate the news. 6 of you include Emma, Mum's nurse. Grandma's a bit better this evening, and you hear her talking with Susie in hushed tones throughout the night. You don't cook often, but tonight everyone's complimenting the chef. Who knows how many more evenings that you'll get like this. It's been 6 months since you and Sam last discussed Grandma's ever-increasing medical costs, and Emma, whilst very pleasant, has proved as expensive a nurse as you'd feared. You can't quite believe it's been that long already, but the sanctions are really starting to hit home now. And unfortunately, the government's only solution to help the ailing elderly is a day trip to the transition center. Why does everything seem to come back to money? But look, money isn't a problem for me right now. This time, it's you at the kitchen table, surrounded by bills and paperwork when Sen comes to join you. Today, Emma told you that there was really nothing more that you could do. Except an expensive experimental new treatment that might not even help. Sometimes your mum wants the treatment. More often she talks about visiting a transition center. It's hard to know which she really wants. Sam put her hand on yours. What are we going to do, honey? She's your mother. It has to be your choice. I don't think she wants to live like this anymore. It's hard, but it's time for the transition center. She's my mum. We have to do whatever we can. Let's get the treatment. I want to know what this transition center is. Like, I really want to know. But I'm worried. I'm very worried. I'm going to take it to the transition center. I want to know. These things are really never really a choice. Hopefully the kids understand it was all you could do given the circumstances, or any things that have been different. I want to know what the transition center is though. And I feel like I'm going to find out on my next work shift. Which is now. Back to work we go. The 20-week war. Stay out of the orange. I've got new buttons as well.
What does that mean?
It means you do that thing you do where you turn politicians into humans. Just don't get drawn into talking about the war or politics in general.
Hey, Jingamers! 3-man raid, thank you very much for coming by. Hey, yo! Welcome, welcome, welcome. You caught me at a time that is very,
Oh, great. So they get the brains and we get the
very, I don't know what the hell is going on right now, but it's kind of crazy. Thank you very much for the follow, Mars. Welcome to the channel. Thank you very much for stopping by. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, we're currently playing a game called Not for Broadcast, and well, I think you'll learn very quickly what it's like. But
10 seconds, everybody.
I'm Moses carried us all day. Nice, dude.
5, 4.
We're on a broadcast, but this is some crazy stuff happening.
Good evening. This is the National Nightly News. I'm Megan Wolf. It's the 140th day of war. Our main headlines tonight. Company of Heroes. Skirmishes on land and sea again today as
I don't know
our
what this
armed
does.
forces tested the mettle of the World Council's illegal blockade. Advance's strategy of multiple small-scale incursions into the disputed zone
3.
is certainly keeping the enemy on high alert, unable to work out where or when the next strike will come. Proud parents throughout the territory find themselves ever more impressed by the bravery and commitment of their incredible children and the job.
I sent my child to do that.
Against all
Oh, that's worrying.
Don't starve. Advance's food
Don't starve?
program moved from strength to strength today as rationing depots were opened in the last remaining
Rationing
unfed areas of
depots?
the territory.
Why are we rationing?
The rationing depots have been constructed in record time, and the government's agricultural
Don't wanna get
intervention
fired.
strategy has seen shelves
Canned
restocked
cooking.
with increasing regularity. And judging by the looks on this happy family's faces, it can't come a moment too soon. They'll be getting a
Also, for those that are new here, I know it sounds like it's double. I'm hearing the 2-second delay as well, so that I can do censorship. So I can turn that off, but I don't want to. That's from the game itself, not your stream or anything.
Previously available only to those in their final years, the expansion of the service has been met with relief by the many organisations calling for it to be opened up to the wider community. The transition centres have reported larger than expected numbers, but report that they are coping well and able to
I just want to know what the transition centre
meaningful
is.
service to all who choose to use it.
What is it?
More than 11% of the population have thus far failed to register for a team membership card, a worrying statistic given that the cards are a legal requirement from midnight tonight.
The cards are a legal requirement. This game now gets chaotic, yeah. I mean, it's already been chaotic enough.
All the exclusive services available to cardholders.
We've had to deal with flipping board sports.
Absolutely criminal.
Sports board, sorry.
Disrupt spokesman Alan James held an impromptu rally today in the northern city of Manchester. Large crowds gathered to hear the band speaker prove Disrupt are still able to capture the public's imagination. Community cohesion officers found themselves challenged by the unruly mob element
Don't know if that was the
always
right
present
image,
at
but-
Disrupt events, but thankfully managed to keep violent incidents to a minimum. And finally tonight, our mutual friend. Bail was denied in the High Court today for shamed former national nightly news anchor Jeremy Donaldson. The presenter will be transferred to new lodgings at Pension Ridge Prison, while the lengthy preparations for his trial, which is still 18 months
At least he didn't kill himself. That's good.
Since being taken into custody 10
Flip.
weeks ago in this very studio, little has been heard from our former colleague. Despite how things ended, we wish him the best, and we'll be sure to bring you all the details of that court case every night. But first, with
Hey, Assassin. Welcome to the stream.
21st week, I'll be chatting with Peter Clement live in an exclusive
Going to
team
3 and
interview from his
7,
home in
6,
Lancashire.
5,
Don't go away. You
4,
won't want to miss a
3,
second of tonight's
2.
national nightly news.
Thank God.
Later in the programme, I'm thrilled to say I'll be chatting with mega pop star Lil C, who's going to be treating us
Thank
to
you for
a
the look. Sorry, I didn't realize what the emote was until now.
And then after that, in part 3, we've got something new I promise you won't want to miss. But first tonight, let's check in with Prime Minister Peter Clement.
Prime Minister. Hello,
Through
Prime
the
Minister.
magic of television all the way from his home in Landfordshire. Are you receiving me, Prime Minister?
Loud and clear, Miss Wolf. Loud and clear.
Well, let's start with the obvious. What's that in your hand, Prime Minister?
Cheeky cow. But yeah, it's true. 75 days without an alcoholic drink, and I've got to say, I'm beginning to feel the benefits.
It certainly looks that way.
Well, I made a promise to Mrs. C, and as my old man used to say...
A promise is worth keeping?
Something like that, only with assholes.
Why is he always drinking?
I've heard from my sources
Yep.
that you and the illustrious Mrs. C plan to take your winter break somewhere a little different this year.
That's right. We're planning a walking holiday right here in the territories, which is different for us because, like you, Megan, I've always been a big fan of those warm foreign beaches.
Did you make this decision because of the blockade, Prime Minister?
Well, now that's a good question. Well, as you know, while the blockade has effectively restricted the flow of goods into the country, we and our neighbours have continued to allow unimpeded travel for business leaders, ministers and such. So, although me and the missus could theoretically go to that gorgeous beach I just mentioned, it just doesn't smell much like team spirit to me. After all, as the old man used to say, when life gives you shite, make shite pie.
It works just as well with lemons and lemonade. Prime Minister, maintaining a healthy body like yours at a time of national crisis must require some demanding planning. And how do you go about it all?
Well, the truth be told, it's all down to Claude, my infinitely patient personal...
Part of me really wants to put that into the
I'm
orange.
just the prat with a fat.
Wow, on that very subject, how are you and Mrs. C handling living on rations?
Well, let me tell you, Megan, back in the 50s, when I worked for you backstage for your Patrick Brannan's dad, did you know I did
that.
I think everyone knows that.
Well, what you probably didn't know was that Graham Bannon was a right tightwad, paid the bare bloody minimum and still found every possible excuse he could to dock your pay even further. I remember he once docked me a whole $5 for having an unacceptably smelly lunchbox type bastard. Anyway, what I'm saying is back then I ate a lot less than I am now, even under rationing. We all did. And let's face it, there are still plenty of people in this country who could afford to lose a little bit of weight.
What are you implying? No, but seriously, Prime Minister, we know you're very busy, but one final question, if I may.
Oh, well, go on then.
When you get home from a long day, your head full of the territory's hopes and fears, what music do you listen to when you work out to take your mind off things?
Well, I know I've got a bit of a reputation for being an old fuddy-duddy, but I
Fuddy-duddy.
say there's something
What is going on?
demands one's attention.
Well, let's hope you stay watching, Prime Minister, because she is going to be talking and performing live after the break.
Oh, I'll be watching. After all, as my old man used to say, everything's a treat on a boring Friday with nothing but the wind up your shunt.
It's Wednesday, Prime Minister.
I think the expression still stands.
Peter Clement, thank you for joining me. I don't know about you at home, but I think there's something kind of inspirational there. I know I feel safer. When we come back, Lil C is going to be giving us the debut performance of her new single, and I'll be getting to meet her. As her biggest fan, I don't mind telling you I'm pretty excited. Don't go away. We'll be back after these messages.
Okay.
Was that even news?
I think you forgot to ask him what his favourite number is.
Oh, I must have forgotten that in all the excitement.
So assuming it's not vodka, what do you think's actually in that milk? I reckon it's the tears of his enemies.
You are one disturbed individual.
How I cope.
You stay free.
I got a C. I got a C for that one.
Society.
Wow.
We are not a territory that chooses to live in fear.
A part of me really wants to put the wave into the orange.
Spotted the updated mixing disc. You'll need the new buttons during the next sections. First, we'll need applause when the guest enters and before her song. Don't worry, I'll walk you through it when we get there.
As a team, we have built world-leading
Oh boy.
scientific and cultural communities.
I need to actually use the buttons now.
We have kept our people well fed throughout this war.
We're gonna see how it works.
Because as a team, we cannot fail to thrive, even in this most challenging
What is this advert?
times. And one day, soon now, when this turbulent
I've
time
never
is
heard of her
behind
before.
us,
Oh, she's
we will
big.
glide into a new future
Any good?
as a team.
My kids go
Advance.
mad for her, absolutely mad.
Live in 10 seconds.
Hang on, Colin, you've got kids.
Yeah, I've got about 6 or 7, I think.
6 or 7 kids. What?
5, 4,
Okay.
Thanks for coming back. Later, we have an exciting new feature that we just know you're going to love, so stay tuned for that. But first, I'm really excited for our next guest. She rose to prominence as the delightful Susie May in All My Daughter's Children's Men, before taking the music industry by storm this year with her debut album smashing the chart records at the age of just 20. Let's give it up and welcome Lil C! I just say, you look incredible.
Oh, thanks, babe. I'm doing this new regime and it
Thanks, babe.
What's the regime?
My manager suggested it to me. It basically involves bathing in like cabbage water and then having the leaves.
Bathing in cabbage water. You guys hear this?
Is that healthy?
Are you guys hearing this? It was bathe in cabbage water.
Yep, they certainly are. Now, you'll have to forgive me, but I'm somewhat of a super fan, so I'm sorry if I get a bit starstruck.
I've been playing this since
I've
yesterday.
never actually heard of you before, so if you do get a little tongue-tied, I can always carry the interview.
Oh, that's good to know. So your first album, F My Face Together.
F My Face Together.
This summer, and it just exploded. I mean, what was that like for you?
Bonkers, just so weird. I was in all the papers and the magazines. Overnight, I went from that like annoying little girl from that show to that like sexy little girl from that show.
Wow, that must have been bizarre.
Not really. It was just like any other morning. You know, get up at 5, go on a 4-mile run, have 3 meetings on my cabbage bath, but then only then was my dad actually talking to me.
Oh, of course. I mean, the famed country singer, Billy Bob Jean Short. I didn't know.
Billy Bob Jean Shorts.
There's nothing that strange about it, Megan. Okay, yes, he may believe that aliens told him to hate women, but there really isn't anything to prove that he's wrong.
So, this
She's still annoying, yep.
profound explosion to your popularity. I mean, did that change your life?
Well, I had to start wearing like nicer underwear, you know, for the paparazzi. But as my manager says, best to make the most of it before I'm 30.
Is that right? So, what's the album about?
So I thought it was about like how pretty and great I am, but actually it's about monetizing youth, I think, or about like
Monetizing youth.
unrealistic standard of beauty or something.
Your manager.
Ah.
Yeah, he says insecurity is an opportunity.
Great advice, guys. Great advice. I'm sarcastic, by the way.
It really doesn't matter what I say here. I'll do my dancing and then this part will all be forgotten about.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're going to see some of those famous dance moves very shortly because you're going to be performing your new single, aren't you?
Yeah, it's from my album Put It In My A Together and it's out tomorrow.
So soon, after the last one?
Oh yeah, I've actually released 2 albums since lunchtime and a clothing line during this interview. See, this is
There's so much going on right now.
and it's going to be in all the best high street and retailer shops. And it's out now. So girlies, you know what to do. Scream and cry until somebody gets it for you.
Ooh. There she goes. Blimey. All these projects, they're keeping you very busy, aren't they? It must be tough.
Yeah, it can get tough and I hate it sometimes and I hate myself. I just want to like cry into a bath of root veg. But then I think thousands
Cry into a
of
bath
girls
of root
do
veg.
anything to be me, so I must be quite lucky.
Well, you know you don't have to do this, though, don't you?
Yeah, I do think that sometimes. Most nights between like my 4th vodka and the 8th time a stranger slaps me around the arse. I think things could have been different, you know, like better. But I don't know. I love doing autographs and having somebody dress me and tell me what to wear.
Did you always want to do music?
Well, ever since I was a little girl, I did. I'd sit in front of the radio, and as soon as my favourite girl group would come on, I'd press record on my cassette. But then my dad would come in and tell me to turn it off. And
Can you imagine this actually airing on TV somewhere? No. Or probably, yeah.
Sorry, is your dad your manager?
Yeah, which can be tough. And sometimes when
Oh
it's really
no,
hard,
your
he'll
dad's your
say,
manager.
Make Quagler proud and you might just survive childhood.
No.
Well, you know what, despite anything, you'll make me proud.
Oh, if only your opinion was as valuable as his.
And on that problematic note, you're going to be singing your song for us soon, aren't you? Tell me about it.
So it's called These Babies Gonna Bring You Home. And I
These
actually got the
babies gonna
lyrics
bring
in the
you
car
home.
on the way up here. But you know what? It's actually all right. And don't
You haven't
worry,
practiced your own
all
song?
my work is team approved.
All right then. Well, you can go and get ready for that. We'll see you in a little bit. It was a very specific type of pleasure to chat to her, and I just can't wait to hear this. Whoa, so here is Lucy with an exclusive first performance of her new track, These Babies Gonna Bring You Home. Take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Force's favorite, the Queen of Teams, here to break in your blockades, Lil C.
Is this supposed to be like a take on Britney? For
Oh baby, can't you see? I'm hungry. There's a place in me that's empty. I want that meat chuck back and only you can fill that crack in me. I'm under siege, so come and free me. Ain't no disruption here, boy.
I always talk in these musicals because I still don't actually understand the meter.
Team and ring, no dirty foreign member. Don't stop your morning drill. There's holes in me that ain't been filled yet. I only scream this loud when you do your country proud. I ain't no Vickers daughter. Come and skirmish on my border. Quick before I get much older. Tie me down and pull me like an enemy soldier.
So excited, this actually sounds good, yeah. Yeah, compared to some of the other songs we've heard on the stream before, I'll agree with you.
I wanna see some action. So come and break my sanctions.
I want it to end.
I've been this wild and free since my
I want it to end so badly.
She was only 53, but gave to save her family. There's no one judging me if I'm the one that's in your fantasy. Don't die alone, this baby's gonna bring you home. I ain't no vicar's daughter, come and skirmish on my border. Quick before I get much older, tie me down and pour me like an enemy soldier. An enemy soldier. So what if Peter Clemens boys can come and use me as a toy and flip me over, grab my hair, rip off my clothes and dump them there? I wanna see some action, so come and break my sanctions.
What is this? What is going on? Oh shit! I didn't realize she was on camera 1. I didn't realize she was on camera 1.
Well, if that doesn't distract you from the world outside, I don't know what.
I didn't realize she was on camera
I'd
1.
like to thank Lil Sipo. Well, for doing that. Don't go anywhere. After the break, we'll finally be revealing the new segment of our show that we just know you're going to love. We'll be back right after this.
And we're out.
Oh my god. That was stressful. Think about the team that actually had to film them multiple times before that. Yeah, yeah.
It really means
No, it's actually crazy.
to be able to promote myself on such a mainstream platform like the news.
Well, don't worry about it. And you know what?
No, like, we were talking about it earlier on today and yesterday as well. Like, just,
It can be crazy sometimes.
it is absolutely insane that this even exists. And like, I don't know how people can record this without like breaking character.
Oh, right. And Michael? Michael? What about Billy Bob Jean short? It seems.
Oh, my dad! He's such a sweetheart. We both had the same agents, you know, like it just made sense. Both of us for our image together. And Michael, I want to see the revenue
Want to turn my
share
aircon on again
and
quickly?
get me a G&T before my meeting with the lube guys. If they say for your pleasure, I'm gonna stop needing it.
And you'd be right.
I got an A+.
I hate to tell you this, but you're going to need all 4 sound effects buttons for this next section. Try and pick the most appropriate sound effect for the actors' lines. They can't hear your choices, so they'll be assuming you're helping things along and not making them look ridiculous. Mind you, after the last section, can't help us all. Try and do better.
In my dressing room.
Try and do better.
As I said in your
I was actually listening to the advert. What the hell?
Person who counts things. No, 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 not anymore. I'm better than that now. I'll tell you what.
It's this guy again.
Adding flowers until it.
Dude, this game is cursed as fuck.
Absolutely, right away. 10 seconds.
10 seconds, here we go.
5, 4.
I need to actually pay attention because I need to use these buttons.
Thanks for joining us for part 3. We've been teasing you about our new feature all night, and now the wait is finally over. I can reveal that every night on the show we'll be treated to an episode of an informative and hilarious new segment called The Notice Board.
The notice board. So we first had board sports, now we have the notice board.
Before we see it, let's have a quick chat with the writer, director, and phenomenon, may I say, Jeff Algebra, guys.
Actually, I've dropped the algebra. I go by Jeff DePlume now.
Jeff the Plume.
Yeah, very fancy. I suppose you need a new name now that you're a successful artiste.
Well, exactly. I'm earning enough to pay taxes now.
Oh.
It's shit.
And how does Angela feel about all this? Your wife. Your wife.
Oh, God, no. No, she's long gone. No, she was holding me back. I'm with Norm now. We were married last month.
Norm.
What?
Yeah.
And why did you write this? What was your inspiration?
Oh, well, I received a telephone call offering me 25 grand to write a pro-team sitcom. And I heard my father's voice. It said, Jeff, you listen here, boy. You make hay while the sun shines. You wring every penny you can get out of this. So
why does it sound like this to you, Griffin? Yeah, it could be.
And started clacking. That's a shite.
And without further ado, let's give it up for the notice board.
Excellent, you're a natural. Keep it up.
Good morning, Miss Craven.
Oh,
Miss Craven.
morning, Ray.
Everything all right, Mrs. Craven? You look as worried as the vicar in closing time.
Oh, Ray, it's those young louts. They've vandalised my shop again.
No!
Yes! They've written all
It's a sitcom, right?
obscene language and crude pictures, and I know it's those damn youths.
I don't know. It could be the vicar at closing time.
I'm just worried they won't ever become productive members of the community. What if they never see the error of their ways and end up as social outcasts, such as shoplifters or bong rats?
Don't worry, Mrs. Craven. This is a very
Oh,
supportive community.
that was not the right one.
And I'm sure that in time they will fit into this society like this key into this lock. See? Works like a charm.
What a lovely way to put it, Ray.
I feel like I'm making all the mistakes with this.
We can unlock their future.
Yes, yes. Wow. Look at all the letters in my collection today.
Oh, I think that one's addressed to me.
What? This one? Oh, so you're right. Here it is.
It's a letter from my granddaughter, Brenda. She says she got an A on her maths exam because one of her friends has been helping.
His hand is stuck.
She was always a team player, was our Brenda.
What's up, losers?
Oh, no. It's Brad. He's the coolest guy in the village.
That's right. I just got here on my motorbike.
Oh, clear off, Brad. We don't want any of your ilk around here.
What? Rad dudes?
No, ruffians. Have you come to tag the notice board with your gang signs?
No way. I've actually come to pin my resume on that notice board. I'm looking to do some tutoring after school.
What did you say? Tutoring?
That's right.
Tutoring?
Maths is very important. Would you mind, Ray?
Oh, fuck, that was supposed to be a...
Not at all.
I pressed the wrong one.
So you, a young person,
He's holding him.
spending your time helping others and not just urinating on
This is like the show that's gone wrong.
glue?
Hey, I haven't huffed glue for months.
Well, blow me down!
You know what? We misjudged you based on how young and cool you are and not on your actions.
No doy.
So it wasn't you who vandalized my shop last night or called me a rancid old crone from the back of a chopper?
No way. It can't have been me. I was too busy helping my friend Brenda with her maths homework.
Could you speak up there? I thought for a minute there that you said...
My concentration is through the roof.
I did, you daft old sow.
Did you hear?
No, no.
Oh, yes, what a wonderful surprise. I now respect you as a man.
Put her there, Ray. Oh, what the heck? Give us a hug.
What's going on? What's going on? What's happening? Seeing some breaking news. I'm being told. Bring up reports from across the continent.
Into the millions. I'm being told.
The acting is immaculate,
that we're
yes.
Experiencing some power fluctuations as a result, so apologies to any interruption to the broadcast for you at home. And now I am told that we are going live to team headquarters for an emergency broadcast from Prime Minister Julia Salisbury at any moment. Yes, let's go to that now.
Good evening, citizens and leaders of the world. Minutes ago, operatives working for Advance detonated nuclear explosives simultaneously in 4 major cities across the continent.
Oh my.
We have similar devices in 58 other urban centres and will not hesitate to detonate them.
We are hearing
and without delay. The people of our territory will no longer tolerate your illegal and genocidal blockade. You are to remove it immediately. We will accept nothing less than your unconditional surrender. Your territory...
Shut. I couldn't choose which one I wanted to do. I couldn't choose which one I wanted to do. I think let's go for the... I don't want to listen to the Prime Minister. I want to listen to... I'm going to try and match it with the other one. Oh my god, how far? How much do I have to do?
I hate to tell you this, but you're going to need all 4 sound effects buttons for this next section.
No!
Appropriate sound effect for the actors' lines. They can't hear your choices, so they'll be assuming you're helping things along.
No!
Mind you, after the last section, God help us all. Try and do better.
I have to do this entire segment again? Why couldn't I just do it from the... I'm upset. I have to do that from the beginning again. What? What? Well, okay, not from the beginning, but from the beginning of that. There's that. I don't get to do it from the lightning where we're doing the... That is actually very infuriating. Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay. I think we're gonna put this game down for a little bit. It's hot. I'm frustrated at that. And I think I'm just gonna take a break. And maybe we'll play this again tomorrow. What do you guys say? You guys fine with that? Oh my god. I'm so annoyed. Alright, well folks. That's sort of what I sent off to the cutscene. It should have, exactly. That's going to be it for me for today. If anybody has anybody in particular that they would like to send a raid through to, when the stream is done, you have got now to put into chat. Otherwise, I'm going to find somebody myself to go and shoot one over to. Trying to see who I can. Trying to find somebody that I can see is streaming. Otherwise, if chat has any suggestions, you can redeem the thing. Actually, I've got somebody as well. So if you guys don't have anybody, I will be taking us to a good friend of mine. I'm going to give you guys about a minute just to get that sorted while I get this back up and running. That is loud. And that was very sudden. Whoops. Alrighty. So with that being said, I'm going to send a raid over to my friend Mr. Snowball Ninja. I hope you guys have an excellent time at his stream. I'm going to be heading off for the day, and maybe I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Or whenever it is. If you haven't joined my Discord so that you can keep up to date with notifications and maybe do some other extra stuff in the future, you can also follow my Twitter so that you can see when I do post about going live, as well as anything else I might be ranting about or going crazy, losing my mind. Exclamation mark Twitter, exclamation mark Discord, or you can use the panels down below. I'll see you guys in the future. Bye bye. Any raid message? Just type weave in full caps. Okay? Just wee. That's all. That's all we need. Okay. You guys ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.